There is no leather in the 2027 Kia Telluride. Not in the LX, not in the top X Pro SX Prestige, not anywhere in the 10 trim gas lineup. And I know that sounds wrong because if you search this car right now, you'll find dealer pages and review sites telling you the SX Prestige comes with Nappa leather seats. It did, on the old one. Kia's own features and options sheet for the 2027 car lists exactly 3 seating trim configurations, and not one of them is leather. Every seat and every trim is SynTex, which is Kia's synthetic, and the Prestige trims add SynTex Suede on top of it. That's not a knock on the car. The cabin is genuinely one of the nicest things in the segment, but it's the first sign that this interior is not built the way the internet says it is, and it's not the last one. So I'm going to open Kia's build and price tool and go through all 10 gas trims on the interior tab. And what I want to show you is where the cabin actually changes, because it's not at the 10 places the trim ladder makes it look like. Here's the entire interior color lineup for the 2027 Telluride. 10 trims, 6 seat trim choices between all of them, and 4 of those 6 are versions of black. Black, SynTex, and cloth. That's the LX and the S, and they're the only 2 trims in the lineup with any cloth in them. Full black SynTex. That's the EX, the X-Line EX, the SX, the X-Line SX, and the X Pro SX. Black and butter brown SynTex. EX only, and it's the only interior choice in the entire lineup that costs extra. Deep Navy and Tuscan Umber SynTex, SX only. Black SynTex with SynTex Suede, all 3 Prestige trims. And Deep Navy and Tuscan Umber SynTex with SynTex Suede, SX Prestige only. That's it. That's the tab. Well, almost. Kia shows 3 more colors on the sales page that you can't actually order. Saddle brown and millstone, black and millstone, and black and millstone with the suede. All 3 are sitting right there in Kia's color gallery. None of them are in the configurator. Not on the gas Telluride, and not on the hybrid at the time of this recording. So they exist, you just can't build one today. And if you came here because you're searching for the Terracotta interior, I want to save you the time. Terracotta was the previous generation. It's gone. The closest thing Kia sells now is the black and butter brown on the EX, and that's the one people mean when they search for the brown Telluride interior. Start at the LX. Black SynTex and cloth is the only choice. One swatch, no options, and the cloth is on the upper seat back with SynTex on the lower cushion. The driver's seat is 6-way manual. The liftgate is manual. The interior trim is hydrographic, the headliner and the pillars are cloth, and the driver looks at a 4.2-inch color screen between 2 analog gauges. But here's the part people get wrong about the base Telluride. That 12.3-inch center display with navigation, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and Kia's CCNC operating system is standard on the LX. So are tri-zone automatic climate control, the dual wireless charging pads, all 7 USB-C ports, and the LED lighting in all 3 rows. Kia didn't strip the base car. The S looks almost identical inside. You get an 8-way power driver's seat with 2-way lumbar, heated front seats, a power liftgate, and SynTex wrapped handles on the console. Same cloth, same 4.2-inch cluster. But the S makes one change that matters more than any of that. The LX is an 8-passenger vehicle with a second row bench. The S is a 7-passenger vehicle with captain's chairs, and it costs more. So if you need 8 seats, the S is not the step up. It's the step sideways into a smaller family. You skip it. The EX is where the cabin makes its first real move. The cloth is gone. Every surface is full SynTex now. The front seats are heated and ventilated. The passenger seat becomes 8-way power with lumbar. The driver gets 4-way lumbar, and you get the auto-dimming mirror, power folding mirrors, acoustic front door glass, and the pull-down curtains in the rear doors. The X is also the second and last 8-passenger Telluride. Bench seat, 8 seats, and after this trim, every single version of this car is a 7-seater with captain's chairs. So the 8-seat decision is made at the EX or below. There is no such thing as an 8-passenger SX. And this is the only trim in the lineup with a paid interior color, black and butter brown SynTex. It's the only place Kia asks you for money to change the inside of this car, and it's the cheapest trim that offers any color choice at all. 2 things the EX does not get standard. The heated steering wheel and the PTC cabin heater are both optional here, not included. Remember that because it comes back in a minute in a way that doesn't make sense. One more thing worth knowing. Those rear door curtains cost you second row shoulder room. Kia's spec sheet lists 61.2 inches in the second row on the LX and S, and 60 inches on every trim with the curtains. It's a little over an inch, and it's the kind of thing nobody tells you. The SX is where the dashboard changes. That 4.2-inch cluster is gone. In its place, dual 12.3-inch displays running as one panoramic panel across the dash. The 8-speaker stereo becomes the Meridian system, 14 speakers with a 10-inch subwoofer and external amp. You get 74-color ambient lighting, deluxe stainless steel pedals and scuff plates, the memory system for the driver's seat and mirrors, a 10-way power driver's seat with thigh support, and the dual sunroof with a tilt and slide front panel. On the driver assist side, the SX adds the surround view monitor, the blind spot view monitor that puts a camera feed in the cluster, highway driving assist 2.0, side parking sensors, and reverse parking collision avoidance. It's the biggest single jump in the lineup, and it's the one I would tell most people is the real Telluride. Color-wise, this is where the good one lives. Deep navy and Tuscan Umber SynTex. Navy on the upper seat back, that rust brown on the cushions and the doors. No charge. Now here's the thing that doesn't make sense. Kia's own features and options sheet lists the heated steering wheel, and the PTC cabin heater is not available on the SX. Not optional, not available. And the X-Line EX, which sits below the SX in the lineup, has both of them standard. So if you live somewhere cold, the SX is a strange place to land. Prestige is a material step, not a technology step. SynTex Suede shows up on the upper seat backs, and then it keeps going. The headliner is suede, the A and B pillars are suede, the sun visors are suede. On the SX Prestige and the X-Line SX Prestige, the interior trim becomes engineered wood. Both X-Pro trims get engineered carbon instead, and that's the only place in the lineup you can find it. The seats add heated and ventilated second row captain's chairs, which nothing below Prestige offers at any price. The steering column becomes power tilt and telescoping with memory. You get the 12-inch head-up display, the full display digital rearview mirror with HomeLink, digital key 2 with ultra-wide band so your phone or your watch is the key, and a 115-volt outlet in the cargo area. Prestige also quiets the car down. Acoustic glass moves into the second row doors, and the wipers become rain sensing. Both of those are Prestige only. One thing you actually lose. Non-Prestige trims have 3 12-volt outlets. Prestige trims have 2, plus the 115-volt inverter. And now the trap in this lineup. The X-Pro SX is priced within a few $100s of the SX Prestige, but the X-Pro SX is not a Prestige. It has the SX cabin, cloth headliner, cloth pillars, engineered carbon trim, manual steering column, no head-up display, no heated second row, no suede. You're paying Prestige money for an SX interior and getting off-road hardware instead. If you want the off-road hardware, that's a fair trade. If you thought you were buying up the interior ladder, you're not. X-Line and X-Pro barely touch the cabin. X-Line gives you the raised roof rails, the 21-inch wheels, the self-leveling rear suspension, and the blacked-out exterior. X-Pro drops to 18-inch wheels on all-terrain tires, adds 9.1 inches of ground clearance, the electronic limited slip differential, the ground view monitor, and the ground lighting. Inside, they change one thing, and it's the colors. Look at the interior tab on any X-Line or X-Pro trim and you get black. One swatch. That's the whole list. The deep navy and Tuscan Umber combination that you can order on the SX and SX Prestige isn't offered on a single X-Line or X-Pro model. Neither is butter brown from the EX. So the off-road trims and the color choices do not go together on this car. If you want the rugged version, you're getting a black interior. If you want an interesting interior, you're staying with the standard SX or SX Prestige. Pick one because Kia won't let you have both. So which interior do you actually buy? If you need 8 seats, your entire lineup is the LX and the EX. Nothing else in this car seats 8 at any price, in any configuration. If you want the most interior for the money, it's the EX. Ventilated front seats, full SynTex, power passenger seat, the acoustic glass, and it's the only trim below the top of the lineup that gives you a color choice at all. If you want the car to feel modern, the SX is the jump. The dual displays and the Meridian system are the two things you'll notice every single day, and neither one is available below it. If you want the material upgrade, any Prestige gets you there, and the suede goes a lot further than the seats. If you want the brown interior, the one most people mean is the butter brown on the EX. And if you're looking at the X-Pro SX because it costs about what an SX Prestige costs, know exactly what you're getting. Off-road hardware and an SX cabin. That's the 2027 Telluride interior. 10 trims, 6 colors, and no leather in any of it. If this was useful, subscribe. I go through the configurator on these cars so you can walk into any dealership already knowing what you want. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.